What's going on, all you gamers? Here we are back with some more Outriders, and today I'm going to be going over a few things that may well help you to kind of create your build and to know what to look for. So if you're trying to make a really nice build but you're not 100% sure what stats you want on your armour, then stay tuned. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, and of course a lot more of the latest and greatest content for Outriders and a few other games coming your way. Hopefully Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis should be out soon, and I'll be covering that as well as a few others. But for today, you're here to find out what kind of things you're looking for on your armour in order to make your build a lot stronger. So if we go... Naturally, I don't even need to go there. If we go straight to my inventory, I'm going to show you a few pieces I've got and then show you what kind of build you'll be using them for.
Few moments later.
So most times you're going to be going one way or the other. So as you can see up here, you've got your Anomaly power, and just over here you've got your firepower. On your armour you will have certain roles. For example, if I don't go off of it, if you have a little look just up the top there, it's got bonus firepower, cooldown reduction and status power. Now the main thing that you're going to be after obviously with firepower builds is that bonus firepower at the very top. You want to be boosting your firepower as much as possible. The main reason you want to do that is because it'll be affected by everything you do. So if you put stuff in your skill tree to up it, if you've got kind of mods on, everything will go to help that out, and boosting your firepower will be the way forward with your gun builds and getting that really nice damage that way. Now with this one, to be perfectly honest, the mods on it are absolutely amazing, and that's why you may well pick this. However, the actual roles on it of bonus firepower, cooldown reduction and status power are probably not best in slot. What you would be looking for would probably be something along this type. Right, so as you can see from this, it's got bonus firepower and close range damage. That right there is one of the ones you'll be looking for. So in general, what you'll want to try and do will be work to your build. So you'll want bonus firepower and either close range damage if you're trying to get things close range, for example shotguns or maybe SMGs, anything that you're going to be hitting really close range, that will up the firepower damage to that. If however you're using a gun at longer range, say for example a burst rifle or something along those lines, you'll be looking for the long range damage, and that will boost it that way, and you'll be shooting from further back, getting that damage increased by that amount. In general, in all builds, if you'll see like this just down here as we go down, basically I've skipped one of them because I had Anomaly on, but with this what you'll be doing, you'll be trying to keep to as much of one type. So for example, if you were going the firepower route, all 5 of these, you would probably want to get one certain style. So for example, all bonus firepower with all close range damage, or all long range damage, depending on what type of a weapon and what kind of playstyle you're going for. That will boost the damage significantly, and then the third slot is kind of down to your own choice. Do you want a bit of skill leech? For example, if you're getting a bit of skills mixed in there, you're doing a hybrid build, that can work out really nice. Do you want a bit of status? If you're kind of, say for example, you're using a build where you're doing a lot of anomaly power, for example on the pyromancer, the status power will affect that. They'll be on fire, it'll be burning for more, it will do a nice bit of damage on that, as well as with toxic and such, or you can go for healing received. It is completely down to you what you'd want on that third one, but the first and second in firepower builds are usually bonus firepower and then either long or short range, or close range should I say, damage. Those two are best in slot for kind of upping your firepower builds and making things a lot more viable. Now next up, and just over here, if you have a little look, it will say Anomaly power, cooldown reduction and skills life leech. For myself, I still think they are the 3 best that you can have if you're going for Anomaly builds. Try to stack as much of that on your kind of build and you will be absolutely golden. If you're going for Anomaly, make sure you have Anomaly on every piece of gear. Cooldown reduction as well is best in slot. If you're going for Anomaly builds, most times you'll want to be using your kind of skills as much as possible. The more cooldown you've got, the better it is for your build, and nigh on most times it works out so that you can clear things faster because you're using your skills a lot more. The last one, like I said, skills life leech keeps you alive. If however that wasn't what you were going for and instead you wanted a bit more damage, go for status power. Again, with the third one, it is kind of down to your playstyle. With the close range and long range, that doesn't affect your skill power. So if you're thinking you're going to be hitting stuff close range, so you're going to get your close range all the way up, that only affects your firepower builds. Close range and long range damage is just for your bullets, assaults and your firepower builds, so do not put that on your anomaly stuff. It will not work out in your favour unless you're doing a kind of hybrid with anomaly rounds. Now, one other thing to mention, just in case you're very new to the game, if you have a little look, you can get gear sets. Have a little look down the bottom and it will tell you if the set bonus is active. To activate your gear bonus, all you need is 3 pieces out of the 5 on your actual build, and that will activate the bonus. So for example, with this one, every enemy damaged by heatwave grants 50% anomaly power bonus for 10 seconds. Basically means you're going to boost your anomaly power through the roof and is well worth having. So sometimes even if you can't put on exactly the right pieces of gear, so for example with the Akari set, if I only had 2 with anomaly and I had 1 with health, I would still probably chuck it on, just because the 3 piece would actually help me absolutely in abundance and would still be better than anything I could get on a mod, and the health or whatever else I've got in slot wouldn't matter that much compared to the actual bonus. Make sure you're looking at the bonuses. Some of the armor sets in this aren't as good as others, and a lot of times you can get away with just purple gear as long as you've got the right stats on your actual pieces. And like I said, as long as you're going all firepower or all anomaly and you've got right mods on your build, you'll still be golden, and it will mean that you can get a lot of damage just because you've got things in the right places where they should kind of go. One last thing to go over, if you press right trigger on Xbox at the very least, if it's a different thing such as a PC, have a little look down your bottom left and it'll tell you what you should press, but your stats will tell you exactly what you've got and exactly what you should be going for. If you go over them, they will tell you what they do. So like I said, long range weapon damage tells you exactly what you've got to do to achieve it. This bonus is weapon damage dealt to enemies further than 18 meters from you, meaning that's going to proc, it's going to give me 10% extra damage on anything that's 18 meters or further away. Here is close range damage, the bonus weapon damage dealt to enemies within 10 meters of you. So you know things have got to be real close. If you got a shotty, they're going to be getting 28.7% extra damage. This little player stat screen can really help you if you're struggling with your build and you don't know what's wrong. This right here can definitely make the difference just by kind of going over the things and working out what you're lacking in or what you're missing. Another thing of note, 9 times out of 10, probably 10 out of 10 at the moment actually, if you can get away with not having health over here at all, then don't put it on. Health on your armor pieces doesn't particularly help you much at all. Regen from your skill tree or getting kills and kind of healing faster from that works a lot better for you. The firepower or the anomaly that you lose from having this health, which is not that significant anyway, you definitely don't want to lose. So like I said, try and make sure that you're stacking all firepower or all anomaly or a bit of both if you're trying that hybrid build. Right, so hopefully that's helped a few of you out. I know some of you will already know all of this. It's just for maybe some of the newer gamers or some of the people that need to know a little bit more about their kind of unique styles that they're going for. But as always, guys and girls, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care. I'll see you on the next day.